I thought my paint tripping days were over. They were not over. We're nearing the end of this renovation. Hello, 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 and welcome back to another vlog of bedroom renovation chaos. But today, again, we're not in the bedrooms, although I'm standing in the spare room right now. As you can see, still unpainted. I'm still waiting for paint. I'm still trying to sort it. Actually, you can help me decide on colours. So the sample's a bit scruffy, but I've got Lick Red 03 here. Hopefully you can see that. And I've got Dirty Red by Yes Colours, which I thought was going to be more similar to the Red 03, but it's quite dark and brown tone in comparison. I love them both. I think they're both really nice. But I do think this not being the brightest room, the Red 03, is probably going to be a better, lighter, more cheerier, lifting colour. The Dirty Red is kind of dark and dirty, which I like. I really, really like it. Don't know if it's a bit rich for this room, but yet to decide and sort that colour. So that'll be coming very soon. Before that, cracking on in the hallway again today. So last weekend, you would have seen us do all the stairs, the painting, all the restoration. It's quite dark in here, isn't it? Very dark bit of the house. And put a light on. Yeah, last weekend we did all the stairs, all the painting, all the restoration, the handrails, etc. Upstairs in the loft as well. This is all now kind of done. Kind of happy to put all that to bed. Needs some touch-ups, which it will do once we've done final decorating. As you can see in here, not decorated. But today, the big job is getting skirting boards on in this hallway, which is probably going to be one of the harder parts of the decorating stage. And let me tell you why. Not going to be very straightforward because we've got a stringer here. So we've got like a curvy, I don't know if you can see that very well. We've got like a curvy part that goes up to the rest of the hallway. So we can have a straight piece of skirt in there. But here, we need to put something on top of the existing stair stringer to match it. Old piece here, which I think we're going to take out and replace with a new piece of skirting. Down here, you can see it's a bit scruffy. We've got the Ogee 2 style, so we want to continue that around the rest of the hallway. So we've got a lot of curves and waves to contend with, which is not easy. Let me turn you around and I'll show you exactly what we're going to be working with. So yeah, stair stringer here, skirt in here behind the radiator, bit of skirt in here. These are easy bits, bit of skirt in here. Then a bit of skirt in here as well. We took the old bit of wood that was there out. And as you can see, it's just brick behind. So we've put a bit of MDF there so we can place skirting on top of something. That's good, that's set. The skirting, and then we need to change to architrave trim, matching trim all the way up these stairs. Bit of a mess up here. And we've done the same thing with the MDF here, just to pad it out with that. So flat bit of skirt in there, flat bit of skirt in there once we move all this stuff. And then we're back onto another curvy bit. So we have to cut down little blocks of architrave on the curves to get that bend. And same just there. So we have a straight bit of architrave, a few bits cut down to get that bend, and then hopefully just join it onto a bit of skirting board there. There's a bit of skirting there, so it doesn't seem like the biggest job, but it's a big job. Yeah, lots to get through, lots of problem solving, lots of curves and angles to deal with. So that in mind, I'm going to set up the chop saw, set up the miter saw, get chopping, get going, see how far we get today. So we ran out again, ran out of adhesive. So I'm in the car on my way to Toolstation. Why does this happen every fucking Saturday? Honestly, every Saturday we go at the task full of hope, and then we're like, run out of that, run out of this, run out of that. Never mind, Toolstation is less than 10 minutes down the road, so we'll be okay. But yeah, happy with how we've done so far. It's kind of a new one for us, all this sort of, I mean, we've done skirting before, but the angles and the intricate, you know, waviness of the stairs, all the different thicknesses, because the stair stringers are different thicknesses, none of them are the same, and there's 3 to contend with. So it's a lot of trial and error, but we really are learning on the job, and that is the good thing about DIY, I think, and about renovating. For all its woes and all the time and energy and money it steals you of, robs you of, for all the time, energy and money it absolutely robs you of, you get back a lot in knowledge. Or aircon put her on. You just learn stuff you never would have learned before, just thinking about it or talking about it or reading about it. You have to do it to really understand the intricacy of these problems. So we are learning. Girlies, we are learning. Lovely, thank you. Perfect. Thank you. You too, bye. Literally 2 minutes in and out. Got my babies, got all my adhesive in my cork, and we are hitting the road back home. Eat a fucking sausage roll, eat a chicken bake, and crack on. Okay, it is 3 o'clock. It is, I don't know, we've been working at this for about 6 hours, and we're in a really good place. We're in a really good place. I'm very happy with how today went. So we have skirting boards in places, architrave going up the side of the stairs in places, little skirting boards fitted in all the areas that it's needed. And let me turn you around. We've got the skirting board behind the radiator, going down the hallway, and then we've fitted, that looks a bit weird right now, but we fitted, anyone needs skirting board, skirting's fitted, and we've left curvy gaps, and we've put bits of architrave, flat bits where we could fit them, so we just measured and marked where it's still flat, so the rest of this needs curvy bits, which we're going to come to next weekend. So yeah, skirting's on here. It's just starting to make the hallway look like a hallway again. It's very nice to have all those details back. But I think my proudest achievement of the day is this situation going up the stairs. So we've got architrave going up here, and this angle here, Neil worked out. Don't ask me that was done. Don't know how this situation works, but once it's all filled, she's a bit gappy, but to be expected. So once it's all filled, it's going to look seamless and beautiful. And this has just been screwed in just to pinch that onto the wall, because it's pinging out slightly. Walls are never flat. Stair stringers, especially in Victorian houses, are never flat. That just helps cinch it in place. Gap left here, the curvy bits. So we'll grab architrave of the right depth. You just have to cut it in incremental curves. It sits around there. We've left that today. I've got this skirting in here. It's so funny how wonky the floor is. Don't you can really see that, but it's like touching the floor, this end, and then this end, bigger gap. Just a wonky old boy. And then we go into that corner. Architrave's going to sit all the way up here. You can see we just put it in places where it's not curvy. So we're going to fill this in next weekend, but just button it up against 2 flat pieces. And then a simple piece here. So it's a real workaround. As you can see, it's like a trust the progress. Trust the progress? It's a trust the process one, where you're like, what the fuck is going on here? And obviously we've attached some bits of MDF, screwed them in just to pinch these into the wall, because the wall isn't flat and the stringer itself isn't flat either. So you kind of get the architrave bouncing in or out at either end. So just put little bits of MDF screwed in just to act as like a bit of a clamp to yoink that in, and some packers to really push them in. That glue sets against the wall. You see, gappy as hell. But as long as it's, see, that's not going anywhere. So as long as it's glued somewhere, she's going to be fine. So now it's just me for the rest of the afternoon. I'm going to crack on for a few more hours. Don't want to stop just yet. Got the rest of the day by myself because Neil is going out. So I'm going to do some gap filling. So anywhere we fitted skirting where it's dried, I'm going to use the same grab adhesive, which is also a gap filler, or you can use caulk if you're doing it yourself, and just fill in those gaps. And so it's just not another task I have to add to the list for next weekend or next weekend. Next weekend, if I just spend 2 hours on it now, it's done forever. So I'm going to do that now. And obviously when we add the extra bits in the curvy gaps next weekend, I'll gap fill and caulk all of those, and then it will be gap filled and caulked and ready for painting, which is stunning. And I'm also, depending how much time I've got, I might get the heat gun out and just strip the gloss paint off of here. It's probably fine if I just sanded it back and painted over it, but I actually do want to get a better finish so it all looks really uniform. So you've got this smooth new architrave, and you've got these scabby old bits of wood on the stringer. So I might just get the heat gun on it and go at it for an hour and just get all the gloss off of here. It's only that bit and a little bit up there and a little bit down there, so it shouldn't take me as long as like doing the whole fucking stairs. Right, I've just finished all the caulking, all the little caulking, gap filling. So along here, hope you can see that. And you know what? Let me turn the camera around. Why am I doing it like this? Beautiful gap filled along here. Seamless finish. She is good. She is good sometimes. All in there. Around here. Obviously this sort of stuff here. I'm gonna wait until the little, what did I call that? I'm gonna wait until the little makeshift clamp is off before I do any of that. Look at this beautiful caulking job. The one thing I think I'm very good at with DIY, the rest is ropey. This, you know what, I rate myself. They're all caulked in. That joint is beautiful, and that was scribed. We've never scribed before. I didn't do that, Neil did it. He did a pretty good job. That's all filled. We're filled here. But also I did a bit of like actual filler between where there was like gaps in the wood. This is just first round of filler, so that looks really ropey. It's meant to sand it back, fill a bit more on top of it to get a smooth finish. It's never just like a one go job with proper filler on wood. So hence why that looks a bit ropey. But I'm going to do that, let that dry. Then we fill in these pieces next week. You can sort of see the vision starting to come to life. So we've got like architrave, skirting, architrave, skirting. You know, it's working. The overall effect is getting there. But now, onto another job. I thought my paint tripping days were over. They were not over. We're back on the heat gun. I'm going to take all the gloss paint. It's not, in my mind, I'm like, it's not that much. I'll still be here at 8 PM. Thank you very much. Just on the stringer, you see where like the old gloss is just left there. So I'm just going to scrape that all off. Smaller areas and less intricate than doing these bad boys. And also these came up so well. I'm so happy with these. So I just think taking the gloss off of these is going to be worth the labour. And then all down the stairs. And then just here on these bits along the stairs, just take the gloss off of there. And then the same just in that little bit down there. You can see that she's crusty and dusty. So yeah, just taking the paint off all of that, I think it's going to make a big difference to the finish. So while I've got the time, even though I don't want to, it's worth just putting an hour, 2 hours into it to get it cleaned up. Then it will just need a light sand and it can be painted with the rest of the place, which would be delicious. It's 4:30. If I can be finished up by 6, I'll be happy, which I think I will be. I think that's realistic, unless I'm being completely stupid. But anyway, I'll crack on with the heat gun. See you on the other side. Let's see how far we get. Okay, we've caused a bit of a mess, as you can see, but we're done, and the wood came up so much better than when I did the actual stairs and the handrail and the spindles. It's a flat surface, so it's so much easier. I've done all up there, which means all I need to do now before I paint these is sand that back, and then I can paint it all. And then I did this bit here. Again, just the original wood exposed there. Very nice, very easy. All I had to watch out with carpet, that one. And then just up here, just this little bit here. Took me about an hour or so all in all. Well worth doing. It's going to be so much easier to paint all that, sand it back, paint it, than trying to work with flaky gloss, especially the gloss that had like so much of it flaked off, so it was really patchy, so I was never going to get an even clean finish with my top coat of paint. So that's done. So we're in a really good place. I didn't think, not that today was easy, but I didn't think we were going to get this far. So I'm very happy. So next weekend, just got to fill these little bits with curvy bits. Don't know how we're going to do maths for that, but we're going to try and make it work. I don't have a maths brain, but Neil does, so I'm going to put him on job for this one. It's about 6 o'clock now. I'm going to go and have a bath. I might have a bath. I never have a bath. Don't know where that came from, but I think I might have a bath. Have some food, probably beans on toast because I'm lazy, and then just enjoy my weekend. Might do DIY tomorrow, unsure, uncertain, undecided, but probably not. I'm probably going to sleep in, aren't I? So I'll leave you there for today, and I'll see you next weekend when we're finishing off all of this. So hopefully by the end of next Saturday, all the skirt and everything will be done in here, and we'll be able to paint, I guess. And actually, in the week, we have something special coming for this room. Ooh. We have something coming for the bedroom in the form of wardrobes. They're coming midweek and being fit this week. So hopefully I'll be able to pick you back up and show you some beautiful wardrobes. What are now blank voids either side of the fireplace. I'm very excited to get my clothes out of the fucking boxes they've been in on floors for 6-7 months and actually hanging up and in drawers again. That'd be very nice. So fingers crossed they come in the week. No drama, no stress. We'll have those in. And then next Saturday have the hallway finished in terms of woodwork. And then that's it. And then we move on to wallpaper in here. We move on to painting the spare room next door, painting the hallway, and then carpet. And then that's it. We're nearing the end of this renovation. It will be vlog like 467, and I'll still be here, be like, nearly finished. Just one more step to go. We are getting so much closer, and big progress today. So I'm very happy. I'll stop boring you. I'll leave you there. I'll chat to you next week. See where we get to. See you later.